So guess where I'm off to? I'm off to pick up a brand new motorcycle. Yay! This day has been a long time coming. It really has. I'm really excited. Really excited. What bike could it be? Oh, you'll find out very shortly. Morning. Afternoon even. Look at that. Look at that. 1 mile. This has only just turned a wheel. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it out, give it a run on the test ride route, make sure it's all running as it should be. Got to try and set the mirrors up right because they're not quite there yet. There we go, that's a bit better. So far you've had a couple of clues about what this bike is. The major hint was the dash I just showed you, where it done less than only just done delivery miles, 1 mile, which is the minimum you can actually get on an odometer. And like I said, this is its first go out, and boy have I got a huge smile on my face. So this is a brand new bike. This is the brand new bike that's been added to the family. It's an Indian red. It is of course an Indian Scout. Now I do have to be completely honest with you now. It isn't really my bike, it's the wife's. But seeing as she hasn't even passed her test yet, I thought I'd bring it home and break her in. You know, there is a proper braking procedure for these, and that's what I intend to do for the first 500 miles, which I'm intending on getting done before she finishes her test. Always recommend, you know, even with new engines, they are very strong and they're very good. You know, modern engines are brilliant, but it always is a good idea to do the proper braking procedure. I've forgotten how responsive this bike is. Oh, I love this bike. There's a few modifications to this bike to make it a bit more comfortable for my wife. Number one is the reduced reach seat. Now this is the all-weather black vinyl version because she's vegan, so she don't want the leather. Also got the backrest, and I'll tell you what, as a combination, it works really well. It brings you over the front bars, so you're in more control over the front wheel. Your legs are a bit more bent, so you've got a bit more sort of play in the pegs, like that. Another thing is, just to be on the safe side, bear in mind she's not even passed her test yet, I've added some highway bars. Now this is just in case, you know, it's precaution. I don't think they look that bad actually, but they can come off, you know, once she's got her confidence up on it. We will be taking them off. So you're going to probably see quite a bit more of this bike, at least until she passes her test and she's using it all the time. This has been sort of marketed as an entry-level bike, but I'll tell you what, it's got some f***ing poke. So do I think the Indian Scout is a suitable bike for a beginner? Well, it all depends on the person that's starting to learn to ride, and if it's your first big bike and you're sensible, you know, you don't push it too hard, you know your limitations, then yeah, any bike is, really. So this is the standard exhaust, right? Okay, and this is what it sounds like. Not bad. Of course, it's pretty quiet, it's pretty sedate, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Personally, I would have a louder exhaust on, but it's not really my bike. You know, the wife, I've asked her, I said, you know, do you fancy having a loud exhaust on it? And Bunny, she says, nah, I'd rather just see how it rides to start off with. And it does sound nice, you know, when you sat on the bike, it has got a nice purry sound to it. It will sound nicer with a different exhaust, but it's not offensive in any way, and it's certainly not as quiet as some bikes, and you still do get a nice growl, a nice gurgle from the engine. It's weird because that point there was exactly the same point that I was talking about the sound of the SV engine a few vlogs ago. So how about using it as a cruiser? Because it does look like a cruiser, it's shaped like a cruiser, it feels like a cruiser, but it doesn't go like a cruiser. It goes like a, I don't know, it's like a cat with a rocket up its ass. It's just whoo! It really does go like the proverbial off the shovel. So if you shortchange up and use it like a cruiser, you do still have the low down torque, and you can just cruise along. 6th gear now, 50 mile an hour, roll on speed. I'm doing 60. Oh, she's gonna love this bike. So, Bunny, you are gonna love this bike. I do. So there we go, that's me introducing the new member of the Rebel family. This is Lolita, named after another captive whale, Lily the Indian Scout. To go alongside Silicon, my Indian Chief Vintage. So thank you for watching, folks. If you want to see more of my adventures on the Indian Scout, or my wife's Indian Scout, once she passes a test, and you like the vibe, then be sure to subscribe. Click the link below and be notified every time a new video comes out. I've got some air. Now I've got some air.